as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Longhorns will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Texas. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So USC's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, hardened and battle-scarred and ready to get a new season started.
This guy's had a lot of ups and downs. He's fought through injuries throughout his career. And how good does it feel as a senior now, being a leader on this team, taking the field for one more run this year?
Right, it's so nice to have a guy like this you know you can trust, you know exactly. Knows the play, but knows the program, a guy you can believe in.
So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass, it's Moss. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Longhorns offense will have its first possession of the game. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Baxter. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
This feels like 4 down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20, past the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Trojans! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To throw, it's Ewers coming after him. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On the return, it's Branch. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He's got it. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Line gets set, 1st down. He leaves it with his back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. Lost one deep down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive. You want to keep testing the secondary.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Line getting set on 2nd down. The give on the inside. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Back to throw, it's Moss. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Complete to the left. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Well, that's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. Third down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, picking up the first.
From the gun, the running back has it. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Got his man. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Grab behind the line. It's Bond. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down coming up. They'll run play action. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. He'll bring it back. It's Branch. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, USC. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those so quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide out in motion. Back to throw, it's Ewers. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Longhorns come to the line in a hurry up. Wide receiver shows motion. Leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Caught in the backfield. It's Baxter. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Complete downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Longhorns are on the move.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Baker. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd and goal coming up. Linebackers shuffling around trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He'll run it to the right looking for the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. He caught it, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the 1st down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. The Trojans get enough for the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got it. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. and I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
And the Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Moss. He makes the connection. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Sends it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Now we'll get a chance going downfield for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Motion from the offense. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Snags it on the right. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Texas! And the comeback is on. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Moss. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
Great job by the DB covering deep. Listen, you always say deep to shallow, deep to shallow. Don't give up the big play. Great job by the DBs, seeing the football, going and breaking on it, and make sure the wide receiver doesn't make a big play.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, going up top. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good...
Hits him inside the 20, still going. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. Just destroying his way through the field. And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
And there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you can tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Give to the back. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Trojans are on the move. Looking for a crease. It's Marks. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make it.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a three-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Tackled after picking up the first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bolden. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on third down. It's caught. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll go to the air. Pulls it in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And with a lead like they have here in the 4th quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
To the air, it's Moss. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up 3rd down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Trojans will punt this one away. And last time they punted, it went back for 6. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Throws to the wideout. Got it past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Bond. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Bolden.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there, get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to throw. It's Moss. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, USC!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.